Hey there fellow travelers, Mark here with Wolters World. Today we're here in Cuenca, Ecuador. You got the El Cajas National Park, there's UNESCO World Heritage Site here, there's tons of hotels, tons of great restaurants, tons of good things to do, tons of great guides. And with all those things you can do here, in not just in Cuenca, but anywhere in Ecuador, you might want to wonder, how do I tip here, or do I tip in Ecuador? And so today's video actually talks about tipping in Ecuador, okay? Now, the first thing I want to talk about are restaurants. Now, if you go to a restaurant and you get your bill, you might notice there's already a tax already put in there, and a service charge in there. So it might be 12%, 10%, something like that. You'll see that on there. So the service is already kind of included, but what you should do is tip about 5% or more on top of that bill, because the people here don't make a lot of money, and that 5% can make a big difference. And stuff in Ecuador is so cheap, it's not really that big of a deal anyway, but you would tip like another 5% on top. But there's services included, but still put the 5% on top. And if you're in a smaller mom and pop place, they probably don't have that service included in there, so make sure you are tipping a little bit, okay? So when you're tipping that 5% or whatever you're going to be leaving for that extra tip, sometimes in some of the nicer restaurants, they'll actually bring you the first bill, and you can write in how much you want to tip, and then when they charge your credit card, they just charge the whole amount once. They don't like go back and forth like in the US with tipping. What I recommend you do, if you're going to pay with your credit card, and you can't pay with credit card everywhere here, but if you are going to pay with your credit card, pay the normal bill like your food with a credit card, and then leave cash for the waiter. Because then you know they're going to get it and they can use it right away, and you don't have to deal with all that, you know, does the restaurant give it to them, yes or no? You never really know. This way you know they get it directly, and what you're going to do is you give it to them, like here's the bill, you give them the tip right away, you don't leave it on the table, you make sure they get it before you go, otherwise who knows who gets it, okay? Now, in terms of other people you're going to be here, is a lot of people when they come to Cuenca, or they come to Ecuador in general, they take a lot of tours. And so when you're looking at your guides, if you're going to be taking a guide for the full day, tip them about $10 per person when you're on that trip. Okay, if you're going to have a private guide. If you're in a group tour, you can, 8 to 10 is usually okay for a group tour kind of thing. You tip them for a full day. A little bit less if it's just a half day kind of tour. That is one thing. Also, you'll have a lot of drivers when you are here. Now, drivers are different than taxis. Taxis, you don't tip. Taxis just kind of round it up to the next dollar, next 50-cent point or 25-cent point, whatever you want. So it's like $3.85 for a taxi. Just give them $4, make it easy on yourself. But your drivers, like on your tours, you do tip them as well. And so whenever you tip your guide, let's say you give them $10 for your tour today, you want to tip your driver like $5. So the driver gets about half of what the guide makes, and that's one of the things. And the thing is, though, the people here are super nice, and you really want to help them out, how friendly and helpful they are. So don't really mind tip when you are here, but it's something you will do. And then I want to talk about tipping at hotels. The big people you're going to tip at your hotels are the cleaning staff. And so what you should do is, every day leave $2 or $3 on your bed to say thank you to ladies that come in and clean up after you and do all those kind of things. Because really, in their lives, it makes a huge difference when you tip them at $2 or $3. We've been living, we've got a family, so we're tipping like $5 a day to the cleaning staff to help them out. So you might want to do those things. Now, I know tipping is a thing that anybody can decide, and it's their choice to tip or not, but honestly, it makes a big difference when you tip here, because some countries you go to, I'm like, why am I tipping in Austria when they make so much money, or other places? Well, here your tipping makes a huge difference, and you don't have to tip that much either, so that's where it makes a big difference. So I hope this helped you know a little bit of how to tip when you are here in Ecuador. It does make a big difference to a lot of people when you do come here, and you should come here. There's a lot of great places. There's the Galapagos Islands, there's the Amazon, rainforest basin, you got here in the highlands, so many great people. You're really going to love to tip them too, because they are so nice. Anyway, if you want to learn more about coming to Ecuador, 10 things that'll shock you when you come here, what you should know before you come to Ecuador, check us out on our website at woltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we really appreciate likes, subscriptions. And if you like travel videos, honest travel videos, where we try to help you be better prepared for when you go somewhere, do click that subscribe button, and we put out 2 honest travel videos every week, every Wednesday and Saturday. If we've got more time, we'll put out even more. So have a great time here in Ecuador, and don't forget to tip your waiter about 5% on top of the bill. Bye from Cuenca, Ecuador.